Hey man, welcome to the Live Vibes, man. We are here with the new day, the new scenery. You got to see it on Sunday. It's Monday, so Monday.
Start all over.
I'm gonna try this watch party thing. I've never done it, but
See, he's trying something new.
it's with a group. This motherfucker
Everything's
thing
gonna
got like
fuck up.
80,000 people in it. Oh, this is weird. I don't know, man. I'm gonna let this shit run. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the show off with a
Hey,
LiveVibezPodcast, man. Every Monday and Friday, somewhere around 9 p.m. We try to give y'all roundabout time. And sometimes we be late like tonight. If y'all haven't checked out the shirt, it says technical difficulties because that's what we've been having. But we in here. James, go ahead and bring us in, man.
Oh man, y'all already know what it is. It's James, aka Hater Herder, aka Mr. Flatliner. What's up with it?
Y'all already know who it is. It's D'Angelo, aka Rated. And last but not least, we have
every day, all day, it's me, the person you want to see. What's my name? Please tell them.
It's the King, bitch.
At your motherfucking service. How may I help thy?
Hey. Now I'm going. I got two screens going here. I'm gonna go back to our shit because I want to see the comments cracking. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, how do you do a watch party? That's a good question.
yeah, this is my first time doing one. I don't know.
Yeah, you go to the watch party and it has two columns for two different comments. You can see the people that actually join your watch party comments, or you can go over to the left side and it's the actual comments of the live.
Oh, well, how did you do a watch party? Like that's
Yeah, I ain't see my shit. Just got the joint on the right. I ain't got none on my left, but I'll figure that shit out another time. I got two of these joints up. But anyway, let's check the vibes, my guys. How have your week been? Checking y'all mental health state, making sure y'all good. What's been going on for the past couple days?
Mental health, cool, man. Job, they getting rid of motherfuckers. So shit is getting tighter around the hospital. Trash truck is getting hotter. Motherfuckers can't work, so that shit is getting heavy.
Yeah,
It's a lot of shit.
We are going to have a hot summer this year, Joe. For you to work out, man, outside, it's going to be a hot. People are already, it's going to be one of the hottest summers. I'm like, yeah, I know we didn't have a fucking winter. Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 fucked up. They killing motherfuckers. The summer about to be fucking boiling. We gonna be a motherfucking crab boil pie. Just think of motherfucking pieces of corn and some potatoes next to me, and we can eat it up.
No bullshit. That's where we at right now, man. Goodness gracious. Me, I've had a good week up until yesterday. I had like a really, really bad hour. That sounds weird, but it was just an hour of just bullshit going on. My homeboy Mike said he couldn't get his food. I thought he couldn't order something from his phone, so he asked me, could I do it? I said, cool. I ordered his food from my computer. And he was like, yeah, I ain't going to be able to make it in time. Can you go pick it up? I look at the time. It's like 7:42. Place closed at 8. I ain't dressed. I'm working on some stuff. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you set me up. Already done ordered and paid for the shit, so I got to go now. Jumped up, threw on my shit, run out the house, jet all the way up there, get there. Curbside said to be ready at 7:57. I'm there at 7:56. Nobody comes outside with my food. So I give them a call. I'm like, look, I ordered curbside. I'm out here, X, Y, and Z. They like, oh, nah, bro, our kitchen closed at 7:30. So how the fuck?
Why the fuck they let me order?
Exactly. Man, this shit. So I'm like, all right. Well, you got to go online to get you a refund. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? All right, bro, whatever. So I go and look on my phone. The motherfuckers charged me twice for some food I didn't even get, right? And it ain't even for me. So I'm like already pissed off. So I leave. I'm like, yo, I hit my homeboy on the phone, got him on speakerphone. I'm like, yo, Mike, they ain't got your food, bro. Like, I'm about to go ahead and just head back to the crib, X, Y, and Z. Motherfucking cop pulled me over for being on the phone.
Oh, my God.
You one of the people who driving and talking like this?
No, I just had it in speakerphone. It was just in my hand. I was driving normal, but I was just talking on speakerphone. I don't know how. Well, I ain't got no sense for my shit, so he must have just been all in my car. But it was not up to my ear. But yeah, he was pressed. He bucked the U to get me at that. Bucked the U, pulled me over. So I'm like, all right, yo. He pulling me over and get on the phone. Got on the phone. I pull into the Popeyes, right? He come out. He like, yo, I know my, my stop you use on your phone. I was like, yeah, I was on speakerphone talking to my brother about getting his food. He's like, okay, cool. License, registration. Bro, I went inside my wallet and my license wasn't in my wallet.
Oh, man. You just fucked all of
it. It was a rap, bro. A nigga got, I was scared as a motherfucker after that. I'm like, so now they got a reason for the bullshit. Now they like, oh, you driving without a license, you driving dirty, you on the phone. Like, I was like, yo, there was a black cop though. So I felt good about it. So he was like, look, bro, he's like, I could tell you nervous, you're shaking and shit, calm down, everything's cool. He was like, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So he had to write down all my shit so he could check my stuff and make sure everything was great, man.
But this is the question. Do you remember your license number?
Fuck no.
Am I the only person that does that?
Yes,
I remember a majority of it. I think
I know my whole license number.
Nah, that's crazy. I sure don't. But
the first letter is always
of my license inside of a folder, a locked folder in my Dropbox. That way I always have it and shit like that. But yeah, so he goes and then he's like, now I know you see these two white cops behind me. Now 2 more trucks then pulled up with these 2 white cops that came out and they standing behind my car like they waiting for shit to pop off. He said, look, ain't nothing gonna happen. They just here for me. As far as backup is protocol, we got to do it, but don't worry, you're fine. And I'm like, all right, I'm listening to you, motherfucker, but this shit over here on the back right side don't feel right, my nigga. God damn. So he comes up and taps on the window. One of the white cops on the right side was like, yo, can you pull up a little more? Because we can't, we blocking the little way to get into the shopping center, I guess. So I pull around. I'm like, damn, it's like 3 goddamn police trucks out this joint. So I'm like, yo, please don't let this end up being stupid, man. Like, I just came out to do my brother a favor. That's it. I ain't. So long story short, man, everything worked out. License was straight. He gave me a warning for that. He did give me a ticket being on the fucking phone, which I'm not mad at. It is what it is. Normally I got my headphones on, but I was so in a rush trying to get to the food before they closed this shit. I left my headphones, my Bluetooth, and all that goofy shit. But off that, wow shit, that shit was the scariest shit ever, man. But that part was just the worst. But other than that, my week was fine. My week was good, except for last night.
No.
Man. King.
No. You ever been pulled over and they search you and be like, aha, you have drugs? Now that's some scary shit.
Nah, fam. Nah.
Especially when you know you don't have any drugs.
Yeah, nah. That happened to you?
Hell yeah. I remember that time me and Frank got pulled over by the Pentagon. I know I told you about that joint.
Yeah, I got pulled over by the Pentagon.
I was taking Frank to go see the car over there in Virginia.
Oh, the car. Yeah.
We got pulled over by the Pentagon police because we was lost. So they wanted to, they searched me, searched my car. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Searched me, searched my car. They searched me and go in my pockets. Of course, they asked me, you have anything on you? I'm like, no, I don't do drugs. I don't do shit. What I did fucking have with my brass knuckles and my blade on me. I told them about that. They took that. And said, you got anything else? Nah. They went in my pocket. Was like, oh, aha. Yeah, you got something.
Uh-huh.
Went in my pocket. I'm like, oh, shit, this nigga about to frame me. Pulled out a pack of soy sauce. I was like, oh, my bad. So what? He's like, what? Why do you have soy sauce? I'm like, I like Chinese food.
Niggas get mad when you ain't got what they want you to have. Trust me.
Then when they were searching my car, yo, he was like, I got you now. You got this. Like, what is this in this plastic bag wrapped up in this aluminum foil? I was like, oh, that's a tooth. He's like, it's a tooth? A tooth? I'm like, yeah, my godson lost his tooth. We wrapped it up and put it in that. He unwrapped that shit, seen it was a tooth, was blown. He got so bad, he let us go.
Inside of a little baggie, nigga. Yeah, you about to get
like
a tooth wrapped in aluminum in a bag.
It's like you taunting them at this point. It's like, nigga, are you fucking with me?
That's how you felt. He's like, all right, y'all free to go. But then he came back. they left, but then he came back. He's like, oh, here, he gave me my knife. I was like, what about my knuckles? He's like, unless you want to go in today. I'm like, oh no, keep the knuckles. I can order me some more of those.
Yeah, brass knuckles are illegal.
Yeah. But I was in Virginia, and because I was in Maryland.
Bitches illegal everywhere.
Yeah.
Man.
And that was a scary night because they asked me the type of question. Why do you have a bat in your trunk? I'm like, don't everybody keep a bat?
Right? Is that illegal? It's not illegal.
I was like, well, no, I got a glove and a baseball in there too. So, I like to hit a few rounds. Yeah. Total lie. But for some reason, I had a glove in a ball. And
Never played baseball a day in my life, but I just so happened to have a glove back there.
Man, that was funny. But as for my week, man, I got a fucking headache. It's cool. The car broke down on me again twice. She's still nigga rigged, so
you got to get that joint professionally looked at.
Well, now like the shops and everything opening back up. Yeah, I'm gonna run her to a shop because at first I couldn't take her to my folks. So man, but like I said, it's not the problem. It's how you handle it. Handle that. It's missed the day of work. That's cool. I still got the kid here. He loving it. He's like fucking having a field day in my house. Mentally, we're kind of dealing with certain shit. Like you ever like, hey, like it's weird, like having stuff that's trying to bring you down. You like, fuck off me, man. Like I ain't got no reason to be down. I feel shit that's trying to bring my spirits down and put me in a little slight depression, maybe with the car and all this other little shit. But I'm like been shaking that shit off. Like, man, what the fuck ever, just doing whatever.
Yeah, see, stuff like that is like back when you probably didn't have as thick of a layer of skin that you have now, it would have fucked you up. It probably would have gotten to you.
Just shake that shit off.
Just shake it off now.
It should be trying to fuck with me, but I mean, I just get over the fucking shit now.
I feel you. I definitely want to shout out a few people real quick. Shout out to Nakia for sharing. Shout out to Latasha and Karen for always sharing the links whenever we go live. I want to send some condolences to Latasha. I'm sitting here reading the comments. She lost a few people over the past week. I think one of her classmates, committed suicide, and I think somebody else got shot or something like that. So she going through it. Karen says her mental health is a little messed up. She's going through some stuff, man. So we glad that we can get on here and just chop it up, man, and just give y'all a little piece away from what y'all got going on. But trust and believe, we definitely sending some prayers y'all way and making sure y'all good. The same way we make sure each other good, because y'all family. So we definitely wanted to highlight that and make sure everything was cool. But let's get into this Black Lives Matter movement, man. As always, I try to give little updates, and it sucks because these two updates that I've ended up stumbling upon this week are not really good.
I got a good one though, so I'll let you go first with that bad shit.
Okay, well, we already know what's going on right now. We got another one. We got Elijah McClain going on. That's another messed up situation. And one thing, if you don't know about it, go look it up because I don't want to be wrong. I know that the story was about, I think didn't they like use like some type of tranquilizer on them or something like that? And I think the tranquilizer killed them or something. So now they're trying to do
That's that young dude?
Yeah. They're trying to do a proper investigation, autopsy, all that stuff to see what he died from and all this other craziness. But it was unfortunate because he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't have a weapon. It wasn't no crazy situation to where he had to die like that. So it's just messed up, man. But I think so now they're going to further investigate his death. And the part that I hope people fully understand is that all of these cases that are being further investigated and people are getting fired, people are getting charged, all of these things are happening because we are out here protesting and we're using our platforms to talk about it and spread awareness and keep fighting for people, because if we don't, this shit would just be a story one day and then it's on to the next thing. And that's how cops usually get off. Now, maybe the immediate family of that person be fighting, but they're not a strong enough voice. And that's why we're in a climate now where everybody's fighting for justice for everybody who's being done wrong over the past couple months. And it's actually working. It's actually helping. Because without it, shit, who knows what these situations and these cases would be. It would just probably be, like I said, another situation that's passed and gone the next day. So I'm glad to hear that they further in investigating his situation. And I'm not sure if y'all know who Shaun King is. Really heavy advocate in the Black community, and really, spreading awareness and really always fighting for, the rights of Blacks and things like that. He ended up stumbling across it's a group on Facebook of federal agents out to kill him. Crazy enough, he see as a bunch of comments, people are in there talking about, let's kill him. We need a sharpshooter, take him out, X, Y, and Z. People are, how do I get on board? All this other wild shit to take this man out, because he's always down for exposing people who are wrong. And they quite sick of my man. So that's tough to run across a motherfucking hate group that wants to kill you. And a lot of them are like federal agents, people who can actually get the shit done. It's ridiculous. That was tough to kind of figure out that, people are still carrying that much hate for people. It sucks, man. So those are the two things that I've seen. James, give us a highlight, please, in this moment. A good one.
Well, they have it's 2 Black women that made history by creating a COVID-19 screening. They have a screening that they just created, and they said they were. It came across the news that they were putting it in all of these different places or whatever to test it out. I guess. I mean, not really test it out, because clearly it worked. But it's just another way of screening people before they can come in places. And they said they're going to start putting it at a lot of restaurants and stuff, so that when this opens back up, people can still be safe and take the proper protocol to get into places a lot faster because they have a screen.
I like that. That's dope. Because that's this COVID thing is definitely it's spiking back up in a lot of those them areas.
We need to just get back to the Future machine, get in the car.
And they put them in the jail.
Oh shit, that's good.
Don't even go to 2019. Go to 2018. It just
and just shoot straight past 2 years and go straight to 2021.
No. Getting back in the Future car. Go to 2018 and just bomb that whole market, whatever the fuck it started, whatever the research facility.
Okay, go to the source.
Yeah, just stop that shit before anything happens.
Man, speaking of Latasha said Florida is crazy. Speaking of Florida, I've seen a few cases where people are down there trying to they're banning the alcohol at their bars to get people to stop coming out there and drinking and shit like that. Like, of course, they want to stay open to create business and still make money, but they know that people are coming to their restaurants and coming to the bars, and that's where a lot of people are, spending their money, but they like it's not worth it. So they're banning selling alcohols in a lot of the bars in Florida or whatever to kind of stop people from coming to those places. Because Florida need their ass whooped. It's always something with them. Every week is some shit with them. So I'm glad somebody's doing something about it. What I just saw before we actually went live is that for big events where they will start to letting a lot of people come in, somebody had they had 3 bins of 3 different color rubber bands. One was red, one was yellow, and one was green. And then like the bin said, like the red bin said, I'm practicing social distancing, letting people know that, don't come over here with the bullshit. They had the yellow ones for people that's like, hey, I'm here to mingle and talk, but no touching, no handshakes, no bullshit like that. Just keep your distance and talk. Then there's green for people who are willing to say hi, handshakes, hugs, things like that, whatever. I thought that was a clever way to do it. I'm not sure exactly what the place was that they had it at, but a way that you can see and communicate with people and what they're about and what they're not about without even, you know what I'm saying? You can just see the color wristband they got on, be like, all right, cool. I can speak to this person, or I cannot go near that person, or whatever. I can dap it up and chop it up with this person. So I thought that was kind of dope. Just trying to find ways to get through this COVID shit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got. Unless y'all got something else y'all may have heard or seen. If not, I'm jumping right into the shits. All right. Well, look, boom, straight to the point, y'all. What's gonna make y'all leave relationships faster? Somebody nagging you to death. If she gained too much weight or lose too much weight, the lack of sex, or being a financial burden. Those four.
All of them.
Pick
Number four. Number four is gonna make me leave her the fastest. If she's
a financial burden.
Yeah, if she's constantly being a financial burden.
I think I'm going to roll with you on that one. That was my answer when I wrote it down. I was like, I would pick financial burden. Mainly because we already know financial situations are it causes a lot of divorces and marriages. It causes a lot of breakups in relationships. It's a lot of issues that people get used for money. People, they do a lot. I think financial burdens are probably going to make me run the fastest. I feel like everything else on this list can be, fixed, maintained, altered.
Say the list again.
Someone nagging you to death. They always complain about shit. You know what I'm saying? It's nagging the most. Either weight gain or weight loss. Either gaining too much weight or losing too much weight. The lack of sex, meaning like they don't have sex with you like that. Like whatever your number is, make that way worse. Whatever it is, because it didn't say no sex, but it just said lack of sex and things like that. And then last would be a financial burden.
Let's see if which one to make me run quicker? That's probably the nagging me to death, Joe. Because the financial burden, like it's only a burden that's if you let that person be a burden on you. I could easily say no.
I get it.
It's
not as easy to say no when it's somebody that's in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Because if you feel like, what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours.
My assholeness? No. Like, oh, you hungry? All right, so what you want to eat? I feel like going to Roof Chris. What? No. You're hungry. Let's go get some regular food with our budget ass. Nah.
A woman that can't, that's always a financial burden, man. It's like you can never prepare, you can never save for a rainy day with a woman like that.
But then again, what? I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna listen to y'all pros on that one.
You don't have to know nothing about it. A motherfucker that always need money, a motherfucker that always want money, a motherfucker that everything she do it costs money, but guess what? She never has it, so she's always coming into. Oh baby, I need $30 for this. Oh baby, my cell phone is due. Oh baby, I need gas in the car. Oh baby this. Oh baby that. When a motherfucker keep coming, ain't no motherfucking way. I ain't never been through it, but I know that'll make me leave a bitch quick, instantly.
I'm feeling you on that.
And you gonna get signs of that way.
Shit, she'll probably leave me because I'll say no so many times. No.
But see, and that's the thing, and don't let it be something you started saying yes to and then you started saying no to. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you don't treat me the same. You tell me no all the time. Like, you used to do this for me. You used to do that for me. Like, nah, I ain't even going to start that issue.
No, I'm not here for the manipulation shit. Don't be trying to make me feel bad about some shit. Nah, the answer's still no, motherfucker.
Yeah, I feel like the nag part can come with a lot of different relationships. So that's not something that's going to make you run fast for me. The weight gain, we can lose it. The weight loss, we can gain it. The lack of sex, man. Look, do oral sex count?
You say oral what?
If oral sex, shit, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. A lack of sex.
I'm keeping my answer, James. I'm keeping my answer, man.
I am too. Fuck that. I cheat before I sit here and have to deal with a bitch that's gonna keep begging.
Yeah, financial burden, man.
And then when cheat becomes an option, You just gotta leave any damn way. But I'd rather do that and hope and pray that she can that part she gets over that quick and start getting me some more goods or something, or figure out what I can do to make it better. But a motherfucker that's begging, a needy motherfucker, that's irritating, just period. A motherfucker that always need, and then when it always be money, it ain't, oh, I need your time. Oh, I need your energy. It's always, I need your money. Hell no.
Man, gonna start ducking them calls. Like, you ever get a phone call from a motherfucker and they face pop up and you just like, fuck it, man. Like, you just, like, it just, your whole shit just changed.
A motherfucker they don't never call you until it's for some money.
Man, fuck that.
That's when I be like this.
I couldn't do it.
Block.
I couldn't do it.
Hey,
straight like that. I'm not just straight blocked.
Sorry if y'all hear my dog in the background. Somebody must be at my door. I ain't worried about that. Anyway, shit. Yeah, we all picked, or King picked, which one did you pick? The nagging? You said nagging, right?
We all picked oral.
I said
something wrong with him. I'm about to say. Come on, cuz. I'm about to say, this nigga in this oral section got him fucked up. That's the answer you really want.
I said we all picked 4, except for fucking, but see, I thought he did too, but he picked nagging. He hit nagging to get him out the door.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever run into that. I mean, I've never came close, so it's not really an option for me.
I feel you. Although this is like a very serious, not very serious, it's semi-serious topic, but I want to talk some shit.
Oh, we talking shit. Hey, Joe. Hey, Mo.
Know, real quick. I already know everybody's answer to this, all right? Now, if somebody says that somebody is pretty to be dark-skinned.
Oh, shit. Now we're going there.
Pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Do you find it as an insult or do you find it as a compliment?
Oh, fuck.
I'm sure we already know the answer to that. It's a rhetorical question, honestly, but
we all know it's an insult. But let me tell you this. Bike week. The shit got so sad. The first year that I went with my cousin, and we was just walking down the strip looking at cars and shit. Mm-hmm. And he just kept realizing, he kept saying, you know what, man? All these Doc Jones right here, all the Doc Jones you come across that's ugly, is from South Carolina. And so I was like, bro, you lying like shit. And then we actually went down the strip and just started having like a goddamn, like we'll see a dark skin turn and we'll be like, hey, where you from? She'd be like, South Carolina. And like all I could do was like laugh. And I'm like, damn, bruh. And I mean, just because they're not pleasing to my eyesight or his eyesight doesn't mean they're ugly. It's just the fact that it was just, we could just walk and there's thousands of people outside and he could say, South Carolina, South Carolina, South Carolina. And we finally every now and again you'll come across one and you be like, hey, what part of North Carolina are you from? And she's like, well, what makes you think I'm from North Carolina? and I'm mad, we're like, because you kind of cute. But then it was like, she's like, no, I'm from Charleston. And we be like, oh, you are from South Carolina? Oh, that's what's up. But, man, it's an insult. The bottom line, but shit, it depends on where you at. Because
it's an insult, period, man. It's an insult. There's no way to get around that shit. My thing is that I see if you was comparing like something, let's say something that's cultural, right? Like this whole shit about to be so fucked up. Y'all bear with us in the comments, okay? Bear with us. So say like you go to someplace like where Asian people are. You can go to Japan, you can go to Korea, you can go to China, you can go to one of them places, right? and you see somebody who's Asian, but their eyes are, let's say, bigger than everyone else's, right? I feel like when you have a whole culture that is the same way, and you say, oh, your eyes are pretty big for an Asian, I don't feel like that comes off the same way as you being beautiful or ugly based on your skin tone. Because I done seen some ugly light-skinned bitches. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying that like, well, no, I am saying, look, this is what I'm saying. You being ugly, like they said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I've seen some of the most beautiful women I've seen in my life was chocolate women. So it's all about what you and your preference is and what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen people that I'm not attracted to that are light skinned. I've seen people that I'm not attracted to that are dark skinned. So it's not to say that anybody who's dark is ugly. So I don't care how you chop this shit up. It's 100% an insult, period. I don't care what culture you from. I don't care if you what descent. I don't care what it is. Whatever your skin tone is does not determine if you're beautiful or if you're ugly. So it should always be an insult. And should never be. I don't even know why anybody would phrase the question like that. If you find them attractive, you say you find them attractive. You know what I'm saying? But
definitely it don't have it become, once you say for a dark skin girl, that's what tips a motherfucker off.
And it should. It should. It should. You know what I'm saying? Even for a girl, even for a guy. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that for men too. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's sexy. He's sexy chocolate one, like, because all of them not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he wanted a sexy chocolate man. He not one of the ugly ones. And it's just like, the fuck is that supposed to mean? Why does it have to be catered to your skin tone? Because I'm sure we all know a lot of ugly.
Because they picture most dark skinned dudes looking like Kodak Black.
I mean, nah, Kodak Black ugly. He ugly as hell. But
yeah, and I'm gonna do a shot at him because he had a issue with black dark skinned girls. That's only do a shot at his black ass.
If you change Kodak Black skin to light skin, he's still ugly as shit. You see what I'm saying? So that doesn't fix it for me. Your skin tone doesn't change.
Bleach shit. He's still funny looking.
He's still ugly, bro. Period. Point blank. So it ain't got nothing to do with his skin being dark. Like, so that has to.
What a lot of people have to realize, regardless of your skin tone, your attitude plays a big part in that. I don't give a fuck if your attitude plays a part in it, because you've seen some cute ones, but their attitude that turn them so ugly so fast, and it just don't make it don't make no sense. So just because, okay, if you keep seeing people and you keep getting these compliments of that you are gorgeous, you're pretty, and this and that, you know, you gotta be humbled about it, and you know, just say thank you or something. All that I know shit, and man, humble yourself. That's all I can say. Humble yourself sometimes.
Yeah, but you, at the end of the day, man, we're all attractive or unattractive to somebody. I don't care what the scenario is. I remember a long time ago, this girl was raving to her sister about me for weeks or whatever. Somebody I was just talking to when I was young, and she invited me over to her house. Came to the door, and she was like, "That's the one you was telling me about?" She was like, "Girl, yes." And she was like, "He not all that at all. Like, I thought he was way cuter than that, girl." Like, she just like went off, and I'm just like, God damn. But, and that's the thing.
Bitch, I'm standing right here.
My nigga, nah. She did that shit on purpose.
I'm trying to tell you. But that's the thing.
She thought
like,
your ass was cute.
Good to everybody.
She thought your ass was cute.
I don't know, man. But either way, she said that to my face. I was not it, my nigga. And I need to go back, and she need to talk to somebody else. She was not playing with that shit. But that's what it is, man.
Go find somebody else, girl. Give me his number so I could tell him it's over.
That's crazy, man.
Fuck out of here.
But shit. What about you, King? What do you? I mean, I know you take this all as an insult.
Well, look. to me, you know how I look at things. It's not the problem. It's the problem. It's how you deal with it. You can take it however you want to take it. It could be insult. It could be a compliment. Because some people just fucking retarded. At the end of the day, I mean, I will admit I do the shit. I do it all the time. I don't do it to dark skinned girls because how can I say this? I'm naturally attracted, and I've always talked to dark skinned girls. So for me to say you're cute for a dark skinned girl would not come out my mouth because I find most of them cute. Now for light skinned girls, yeah, you might hear some shit from me. Like I won't say you're cute to be light skinned. I will say, oh, you know what, you cool as shit to be a light skinned girl.
Dang.
Wait, because I took it the same way. I'm sorry. You didn't say she was ugly, but
I
you
said, you
like
cool
you're
as
cool.
shit. It should be light skin. You cool
Nah, I
as
took that the same way.
That ain't
And
nothing
mainly
but
because
like 7 more questions. What you mean by that? Why I gotta be this?
I'm like, because
Who
most
you
light
ever
skinned girls I've run into are not
see
really that cool.
why that
They're
come
dicks.
off as the same question to me is because like we all know that people's personality is what bleeds out. Like you could find somebody, we ain't even talking about if they look good or not. You don't even look at them in an attractive way, but you talking to them, getting to know them, and then their energy and what they, you know, where their head is, like all that stuff can make you attracted to the person. You know what I'm saying? You could find somebody that you probably think is unattractive, get to know them, and once you get to know them, start to find them attractive just based on how their mind and their heart and their soul is. So the whole thing about pretty ugly, man, it's just, like I said, those just words, and it's just people who, you know, it's what you see. We all have a preference. But at the end of the day, man, everybody know black is beautiful at the end of the day.
See, I'm not judging that person's like beauty, I'm judging how they are.
But you said, right. So on the inside, you said she's cool. But I mean, like I said, like you cool to be a light-skinned girl. So that's basically saying like, yo, your attitude, your fucking, you know what I'm saying? All these different things that normally can make somebody ugly because light-skinned girls, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's what it is. Because a lot of people who are, and I've seen it in the comments too, I think Latasha said it, like a lot of people who they say that they're light-skinned people, they got the attitudes, they think they're better than everybody.
That's why I'm like, you're cool to be light-skinned.
See what I'm saying? So like being light-skinned, they have their flaws supposedly too in society because they have to deal with everybody thinking that they
hold on. And Natasha, we ain't even talk about you, sweetheart. Like you like a light caramel. We talking about like the real like light skin, red bones. If you pluck them, they turn the whole area turn red type motherfucker.
Oh man,
who kind of almost denounce their blackness almost a little bit.
You get
that's crazy.
King about to get beat the fuck up. I see all kinds of shit. These comments. Next topic, please.
They trying to beat the black into you or something. They trying to get you darker than what you are, man. They not feeling that. But all right, let's jump into another relationship question with another rhetorical to me. I feel like I know the answer to this, but somehow King will think differently. But yes. Can a relationship, a good relationship, can it go right back to being a good relationship if you found out that the person or your partner cheated on you? Like, can it go back to square one if you found out that the person cheated on you? Everything's going good, relationship's great, you know what I'm saying, months and months and months in, and then you find out that person cheated on you. Can you make it back to that great place after cheating? Not like, you know, I would say the financial burden, the nagging, all the other shit. Cheating, because that wasn't on that list, of course. So cheating, can you go back?
Well, CC rated ain't even that damn light.
Thank you.
He's not even that damn light.
Shit.
Somebody answer while I find the middle finger emoji real quick.
I'ma say
black as hell too.
Shit. I will probably say no. And the reason I'm gonna say no, it can't go back because it clearly couldn't have been that good. We couldn't have been in a good space. Okay, in my eyes, it's good. Oh yeah, we're good. And to me, it seems like we're good in your eyes, but you cheated. So
You mean like, so it's going to be good for the person that got cheated on versus the person, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the other way around. So it's like, so you're saying like it'll end up being good for the person who cheated because they felt like, oh yeah, I did something wrong, but I came to my senses, I let that go, and back to square one, we good. But the person who got cheated on will never feel like everything goes up.
I don't think they'll ever feel 100% secure in that relationship will no longer be if that person cheated. Now, can they work on some trust and get close to it? Yes. I think you can work your way maybe back up to a 90%. And that's the highest you'll ever get from that person again, 90. Because that 10% is going to still be in the back of their head that this motherfucker cheated. And if I feel like I'm giving my all into a relationship and then I get cheated on, it comes across as my all ain't as good as I thought it would.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So then that's where that 10% always gonna kick in and be like, shit, I'm thinking I'm giving 100, but clearly I'm not because they cheated. So I ain't gonna say I don't think it can get right back to where it left off before the cheating happened, but it can be fixed.
Yeah, I think the numbers slowly go back up. That's one thing that I always talk to people about when they ask me shit about cheating and how to get over cheating and things like that. First off, it depends on how it's done. But most of cheating situations, because everybody considers cheating different. Some people feel like you just talking to somebody other than them is cheating. Like people got some weird things about what cheating is. But as far as having sex with another person outside of your relationship, and if it's somebody that you're willing to work things out and let this be in the past and get through it, the only thing that could really help you is time, dog. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort to get you back. And even if the person gives you their full, trust, everything about them, where they at, where they're going, you know what I'm saying? I don't care the passwords, whatever you know what I'm saying? They show you that they really fucked up and they're really about you and it was a mistake in X, Y, and Z. It's still not going to be 100%. So you got to let that time build. So say they lost 20% trust in you. So now it's 100 versus 80. It's going to take time for that to get back to 81, to 82. It's going to take time. There's no way to just get that shit back. You know what I'm saying? So, and even when you get the meter all the way back up, it still ain't going to hit 100. Even if it hit 99 and stay there, that motherfucker ain't ever going to get back to 100 because you've been cheated on, and it's going to be that 1%, even if it's, more or less, well, not less because it's always going to be, less than 100, but you're not going to trust that person 100%. Just not going to do it. So hopefully you get that 99 back and y'all can keep rocking. But 100, I don't see that happening for nobody. I just don't see it. But the king sees it differently, huh? Let's see what you got, sir.
Should I like paint my hand darker to match your emoji? Should I do that to make it a little darker for you?
The darkest middle finger you can find, goddamn. I feel you.
Now, all right. Now the question is, if you in a relationship, you find out she cheat, can you make it through it? Like now, my whole thing is, when in the relationship did she cheat? Like, was it the beginning, middle, just recently? What?
Man, we don't. The damn thing just says. Found out the person cheated.
In a relationship.
So to me, it depends on when, like, because if it's somewhere in the beginning where we just met and we got a relationship, I can probably let that go.
But see, some people feel like, oh, I see what you want early. Fuck it, I'm out because you want that bullshit.
But no, I'm saying like something like if we've been in a relationship for a while and she tells me she cheated in the beginning, I could probably let that go.
Oh, you mean like if y'all was there for a while and she said, yo, early in our relationship, I did this and kind of just came clean about it?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Now, if we start laying out scenarios, I feel like that is different. That is one that somebody can get over better than a different scenario. I'm rolling with that. Like you'll respect that, but like, you know what? Even though I didn't know,
so they say that you're gonna have
happened.
to break down a certain scenario to me so I can tell you exactly how I feel. Like if it was something like that, then
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
why I
okay,
said early on. I was like, there's so many different ways to consider what cheating is. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So like, say all right. So say you come home and find her in a bed with somebody. let's get to the extreme here. Do you feel like that can be salvageable to get back to 100?
I'm gonna try not to catch a charge. What the fuck you mean? I'm not worried about if this relationship is gonna work. I'm gonna try not to catch a charge right there. Fuck all that working shit. That's out the motherfucking window.
Have another man in my bed.
Nah, nigga.
No, that is not gonna work.
Like,
This nigga done probably tried on my shoes.
You couldn't have fucked him in your car.
He probably up and looking at my cologne.
You gonna
tried
bring
on my
this
shoes
motherfucker in the house? Oh
Nah, you totally disrespectful. Nah.
Well, Latasha said a lot of people say cheating ain't cheating unless you married.
Yeah, that's why I stay away from people like you.
I seen that the other day. Like that.
Anybody has that up. Like, you know what? Noted. Fucking noted. Stay away from your motherfucking ass.
Until you put a ring on this, I'm dating all y'all. That's what I've seen. I've seen all.
And I'm sitting there. What noted? What area are you from? Oh.
In fact, I
from your regional ass.
Like
I know a lot of people like that, and I sit there and be like, noted.
Was in a whole relationship with somebody for years, like dedicated relationship. Like it was crazy. Like homie moved where he lived to live here where she lives and all this type of shit. And I'm like, hey, how's your relationship? Everything going good? She was like, that nigga ain't proposed to me yet. So until he do, I'm single. And I'm just like, God damn. Like, but you see the level of commitment. The man is with you. He's doing everything that he can. He moved from his state to your state to be with you. Like, it's not like you're not seeing an effort here. But to still play your cards like, oh, until he proposed, I'm single. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The dick wasn't as good as she thought, or it wasn't as good as he talked about it to be.
Guess what?
That motherfucker, he got everything else. He can talk. They communicating pretty well. Everything else is well. Now he done moved from where he was at to there, and now all of a sudden, if you ain't married, he ain't good enough. Shit, if I'm good enough to switch and move to a whole other place to be with you, bitch, I better be enough.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I felt. I felt for homie. I'm like, he's putting in so much effort to show you that he's about you in this relationship, but how could you still carry it like that? But see, she was the type of woman that felt like I ain't gonna say her life, but who she is, she didn't feel like she was, she must have been taught that like you ain't shit until you can get a guy to commit to you for the rest of your life. Like until you get married, you just like anybody else out here. So she strived to get married. That was her thing. And in fact, she was married before. And this would have been this guy was her second time being married. And I'm like, okay, and I'm pretty sure if you're this open with how you feel, I'm pretty sure that you didn't spoke to a lot of people about this and probably nagged him to death about hurry up and proposing. And eventually he did it. Eventually they went to the Justice of Peace and got married, and now they're divorced. So I don't know. I don't get that. I don't get how you make marriage your number one thing and it doesn't last. It's to the point where it's like that became more important than your relationship. Just to show that you had a ring and you was somebody's wife was more important to you than actually keeping your husband happy and making your relationship work. But there it is. I'm pretty sure she cheated. I'm going to say she cheated. Even though I don't know. I'm going to say she cheated and he left her. That's what I'm going to say. Fuck that. Because that's crazy. But I got one more for y'all, and I'm not sure how I should word this because the way the question was brought, it wasn't specific. It was just like, what movie could you act, or some shit like that. So I want to make this interesting.
What movie could you act best in? If you were to go to like a casting call and they gave you these topics and say you can act, you got to pick one of these scenes, which one you can do best in your mind, and you're going to say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
And the genres are a horror film, a comedy, an action, a romance, or a fucking porno. Which one would you guys be your best in? Fuck that, pick two. Pick two, motherfucker. Pick two. Because this is easy.
These heathens. These heathens. I'm gonna say these heathens already.
Two. That's
I'm gonna definitely say comedy.
I'm rolling.
Shit. Man, I'm torn between action and porno.
You gotta pick one. Which one be your second one?
Fuck it. I'm gonna say comedy and porno.
All right.
Heathen.
What if it's a mashup? What if it's like a parody porno? Like when you gotta like reenact like a goofy
okay,
ass.
so yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna say action then, because I'm gonna put my comedy and my porn together, and then say act. Say no, I'm gonna stick to the shit. I'm gonna just say comedy and porn.
I'm definitely going comedy. Love laughing, love to make people laugh, love having a good time. So comedy's definitely gonna be my number one slot. My number two is gonna be, damn, yo. I like action, I like porn, and I'm cool with the romance thing. I'm like all of it. I just don't know which one will be my second. I think I'm gonna go with action, man. As much as I want to say porn so fucking bad. I'm gonna go with action as my number two.
So comedy and action.
And action, yeah, I kind of want to slide over the car door with the ooh-wah, you know what I'm saying, and do some old cool shit while explosions going. I think that should be cool to do. I try to do a comedy and an action. I think I'll be good at those.
See, we both can do comedy, and he wants to go and let the cars and shit explode, and I want to go in there and make something else explode.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? You can be fucking in the car. See, we could put it all together. We just gotta get King on board with his two.
King is gonna do romance and romance. The love doctor.
Do romance twice.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I think he gonna go horror and romance. That's what I think. I don't know if it's gonna be in that order, bro.
No, he's gonna do comedy, and I say comedy and how we bidding on this nigga? Let him go. What you gonna do?
No. I like this. What do y'all think I'm gonna pick? What do you think I'm gonna pick? Seriously,
I'm gonna say comedy and romance.
What about you, D? What you think I'm
gonna pick? I'm gonna say horror and I'm fighting between comedy and romance. This is tough. Cause I know you would love to do a comedy. Cause I know your sense of humor. But I know you're the love doctor, so I can never take romance away from you. This is tough. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with horror and romance.
Okay, so wait. One of the viewers said King is action and comedy.
Okay.
Another one says comedy and romance, so she agrees with me. It's 2 for comedy and 3 for comedy and romance. Comedy and horror.
Hey, yo, fuck all y'all in the comments talking about I'm in the category for dick sucking. Y'all so fucking, I'm sick of all y'all, yo. Get the fuck out of here.
He said all y'all. There's only one person that said it.
Nah, nigga. I see 3 people right now.
No, that's one person saying 3 comments of the same.
People liking the comment.
Romance and action. What is it, King?
What is it, Young? What you got?
Somebody else said all romance. So they was with
got,
the cool
man?
little joke that I said at first. Somebody actually feels that way.
I would not be in a romance film, like not at all, not even close.
I thought you had some tricks you wanted to get off. You know
in a romance film, like to me, be in one.
Yeah.
No, to me, like honestly, I might say I know a lot and all that stuff, but I have not experienced a lot to even be in a film like that. So
I feel like you would want to get some of your ideas off, like things that you would want to do with.
Yeah, but I would also like to kill a whole record motherfucker, so I will be a horror in action. God damn it.
There it is, horror in action.
So while one of y'all making a porno, I will be Jason outside your motherfucker tent, about to chop your little ass up. And while you sliding over the car with the ooh-wop, I'm the one that's shooting at you to make you slide over the goddamn car.
Okay, there we go. So we got everything covered but romance. None of us will be in a romance film. That's crazy. We gotta spread a little more love around here, man. This is tough. I just knew King was going to say fuck it with the romance. But no, but knowing you and your personality, I didn't want to pick it. But the live vibe, I just couldn't. For the live vibes view.
The vibe that you give off on here, motherfucker, romance had to be one.
I like love and I like romance, but to be in a film, hell no. Over horror and action, hell no. Make me John Wick or put me as fucking dress me up as a fucking vampire or werewolf any day. I will fuck some shit up.
That's crazy. They said we didn't pick romance because none of us are lovers. Fuck you. Yes, we are, man.
They put my birthday in the lovers month just because I'm a lover.
Exactly. Pisces is you can't. Yeah. Shut up.
Hey.
Out here. I think that's it, gang. That's all the all the topics I had.
I'm about to go watch a horror movie now.
It is one more. I was going to save it for like it seemed more like an ending question, even though we haven't done ending questions in a while. So I wrote it down anyway, just in case we wanted to do one. But
we can do one.
I think it's good though. I think it's a good leave-off question. I hope y'all in the comments are ready for this. Because I want y'all to answer this shit when we come back on Monday. If someone gave you a box of everything that you lost in your life, what is the first thing that you would look for?
My heart. Sorry.
See,
for you romance motherfuckers.
Because your heart is in a box somewhere, man. We got to get your heart back. That's what it is.
Hey, that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
If somebody gave you a box of everything you ever lost in your life, and they give you that box, what is going to be when you go to digging in that box, what is going to be the first thing you go look for?
I already know the answer to that.
Hold on to
it. I give myself every time for losing this shit. As a kid, I'm like, fuck, I wish I never lost that shit.
Nah, I don't know mine yet. I'm gonna have to. I'm making sure that
I got the dumbest answer. I have the dumbest answer.
But if it's the first thing, it's the first thing. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be the most important. It don't have to be the most valuable.
It was important to me.
See, to you, yeah. So, man, I'm rolling. I'm with that.
See, she said virginity, and it made him think.
No,
you gonna think.
I was just like, really, like, that's
a great ass answer, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good answer.
Because somebody could have lost their shit in a way that they wasn't feeling. They wanted to.
Oh yeah, I was not. I needed shit.
She said she could. That was a good ass answer.
The question ain't as easy as it might be easy when you thinking now. Just say, oh yeah, man, I wish I'd have never lost that damn action figure. And then 2 days into the weekend or something, you be like, shit. Oh man, I wish. Yeah, something gonna come up. But I like that question.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm rolling. Yeah, man, but that's it, man. I want to thank y'all for a great, great show. I want to thank everybody for watching. All the comments, y'all are stupid. I couldn't even get to all of them and do the likes and laughs. I was in here just having a blast with y'all. I want to give a shout out to my guys, man. I should have did this last week, but I go through this barrage in July. There's birthdays lined up back to back to back. My cousin Steve's birthday, I think, is the 21st. My boy DeJuan birthday is the 22nd. My homeboy Chill's birthday is the 23rd. And my cousin Charles' birthday is the 24th. So it's just like 4 days in a row. They all got birthdays, man. So I just wanted to shout them out, tell them happy birthday, even though it's passed already. But you know, throughout this past week, that's what it's been like. Other than that, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, email, text, call, whatever you can, man. Spread the word. We love getting on here and having fun with y'all. Hopefully we'll be back together in one space soon, regardless if it's Studio B or whatever we decide to do. And yeah, just keep y'all ears and eyes open for some more details on shit. And if y'all got something to say it now. And if not, you know what to do.
Man, y'all already know. Y'all got to follow all of us on all of our social medias, man. Facebooks, Instagrams, YouTubes, all of that. Personal and the LiveVibez page. Other than that, man, King, you got something going?
I have nothing for the people.
All right. Well, I mean, y'all already know what it is. Y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Don't put your hands where you won't put your face. And remember, put the guns down, pick the gloves up. And we out this bitch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That bullshit.
I thought y'all didn't catch it at first. Like, damn, I got away with it.
There you go.
Y'all both was looking away. Y'all both was looking away.